go ahead and roll this up. You're gonna have an awesome flavor. You got some sweet, you got some salty, you got some bitterness, you got it all. You got it all. Close your flaps in. And now we tie it up. So you pretty much grab this one here. Make yourself a nice tight knot. And we're gonna do the same with all of them. So you just do this. And make sure that all the flaps are closed in. We'll go ahead and cut this off so there's no excess. There we go. Cut that, and cut that. Grab this bad boy and bring it onto the plancha. Let that cook. We're gonna go ahead and keep on rolling it over. All right, guys, last turn. Bring it over just to sear the last end. Look at that beautiful color. Okay, and now let's get these ends nice. One more end to go. Bring it on here. We're gonna flip it over and cover it. And go ahead and cover it. And this is a bourbon pecan glaze. Yes, it's a lot, but it's gonna go all the way around, so don't worry, guys. Like this. Like this. Into the oven it goes. Okay, we are back from the oven. Got this beautiful pecan crust. We'll go ahead and cut this open. Grab onto that. Beautiful. We got those bones on the bottom. So now we're just gonna come in here. Look at that beautiful color, guys. And we're gonna remove our potatoes. I wish you could smell this, guys. It smells delicious. And we have our piece of beef here. Gonna come through with a little pepper, little salt, just like this. Okay, a little pepper, and as you can see, there is a piece here for everyone, whether it's medium rare, or well done. Enjoy. You can find more recipes like this at chefclub.tv.
And we're just going to cut our dough into strips. I'm going to pull this piece off. And now we're going to fold our dough over, and we just want to press to seal in the cinnamon sugar butter in the middle of our dough. We're going to continue folding our dough over. Just want to pinch it along the edges. And now we're going to take our dough and we're going to start rolling it. Just going to roll it in. And we're going to twist it. This is our twist here. I'm using an apple. With our apple slicer, we're just going to press down, take a piece, and we'll start at the end. We'll tuck that dough in, and we're just going to roll it around our apple. You can see we have all the little twists in there. Once we get to the end, we're just going to take our dough, pinch it, and tuck it in. I'm going to bring it over to my oil. It's at 350 degrees, and we're just going to place that carefully into the hot oil. And we'll add in the other ones, and we're going to let those cook until golden. Now our apple twists are nice and golden. I'm just going to scoop them all up. I'm going to drain off any excess oil, and we're going to place them into our cinnamon sugar. We're going to give that a little bit of a shake. Now we're just going to flip them over, get them nice covered. We'll leave this here, like these. Okay, I have some hard caramels here, and we're just going to pour them into our pan. And we're going to leave these over low heat, and we're going to let them melt. Okay, our caramel has melted, and we're going to bring it over here. I have a bowl that I've lightly sprayed with some non-stick spray. We're just going to pour that caramel into our bowl. Now I'm going to come in, and I'm going to sprinkle on some toasted pecans. So I'm going to get those here. I have another bowl that I've also sprayed with non-stick spray, and we're going to place that onto the top of our caramel, and we're just going to turn the bowl and press down. And this is going to give us a form of a bowl, so we'll have an edible bowl. We're going to place this to the side to cool. Now we're going to put it all together. We're going to unmold our caramel bowl. It's cooled down, so it should just slide right out. I'm going to bring it over and place it in the middle of my serving dish. Now we're going to place our cinnamon apple twist. And we're going to fill our bowl with our cream cheese frosting. Look how creamy and delicious that is. For a little decoration, we're going to add some caramel sauce. And to make it look extra nice, just use a toothpick or a skewer, and we're just going to trace back and forth to give a nice little design. I'm going to take my toasted pecans, I'm going to put them around the outside for that extra crunch. There you have it. You can find all the details of this recipe on chefclub.tv. Now it's time to taste.
Put on a glass and push down. Perfect. Then we're gonna take our serrated knife perfect, there's one. Here's two. And here's three. We're going to take one of our ice cream discs and move it to our grate, like so. And then we're going to take our melted chocolate and just pour right on top. Pour our chocolate on our second one. Okay. Perfect. So there's that. Then we have some thinly sliced apples on some plastic wrap. And we're just going to place it right over our chocolate. We're going to take our second one, place it right in the middle. Apple, flour, place it right on top. And then we're going to take our tray and place our ice cream right inside. Then I'm going to take my pot. We're going to take our hot caramel. We have some pecans in it. We're going to pour it on our parchment paper, just like that. Okay. Then I'm going to take our parchment and fold it right in half. Be careful. Maybe hot. And then we're just going to take our rolling pin. Perfect. So we can just pull back our parchment paper like so and get our lids. So we just finished cutting our last caramel circle. We're going to take our caramel, place it on our plate. Then we can take our second one, place it right there. And then our last one. Then we're going to take our plate and then we're going to place our caramel discs. They turned out so nice. And we're going to take a spatula and place it right on top. Place our last one there and take our skewer. We have some wooden skewers and we're just going to stick it right in the center of our apples. I'm going to take this last one into some melted caramel. I'm going to place it on our tray of pecans and just form it right around the apple. Perfect. Place this one here. We're going to take our last two apples, place them on our plate, and take some cinnamon and just dust it ever so gently. So we're going to place our apples right here. Just put each apple in our bowls. Perfect. Then we're going to take our dough and place it right over the apple, like so, and lay it right on top of our apple. Take our last dough, place it right over, perfect, and then we'll take, and we'll grab the last apple right here, and we have some egg wash. We cover our dough so it'll get nice and golden brown. And then we're going to take our apples. This is going to go into our preheated oven at 360 degrees. So guys, our apples are fresh out of the oven and cooled down. And we're just going to take them and place them on top of our caramel. Second one right there. And we're going to place our last one right there. We have some powdered sugar for dusting. And that's it, guys. There it is.
I'm just going to pour that over our apple. We're going to stick a fork in it so we can move it safely over to our cutting board. I'm going to cut our apple slices, bring them over to our plate, and there you have it. Okay, we have our cinnamon roll dough here, and I'm going to whip in some softened butter, and we're just going to spread that slowly over our dough. It's going to help our sugar and our cinnamon stick. Now we're going to take our cinnamon sugar, we're going to pour that all across our dough, and we're going to start on this end. First we're going to place our spoon right here, and you'll see why in just a few minutes. Start here, rolling up our dough like this, and we're going to use the spoon to help us. We're going to use our spoon to help us pick up our dough, place it onto our baking sheet, and then slowly slide out the spoon. And now we're going to start here, and we're going to start cutting 45-degree angles into our dough. You don't want to cut all the way through, you're just cutting into the top part of the dough. And now we're just going to separate these sides and pull them apart like this. And starting here, we're going to pull out the center of our cinnamon roll and just stretch out our dough. And we're going to take the apples that we did earlier, and we're going to start layering them inside. And we're going to slowly roll that back into our cinnamon roll. And we're just going to gently tuck it back in. You have a nice little rose. We're going to continue with another one. Pull that out. And we're going to take our apple slices, place them right here along the edge, and we're going to roll that up. And back into our cinnamon roll. And our last one. Place our apples. I'm just going to roll that up and tuck it back in. And now this goes to the oven. We're going to place this in the oven at 350 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. Our cinnamon roll is out of the oven. It's still warm. So now we're going to put on our cream cheese glaze. And just start spreading that on there. Just going to get that really well coated. So good. Oh, it smells amazing. Cinnamon rolls. Make sure there's enough. Now we're going to add some toasted pecans and some vanilla ice cream. And for our final touch, caramel sauce. Apples, caramels, pecans, and cinnamon rolls. Can't think of anything better. Now it's time for a taste. You can find all the details for this recipe on chefclub.tv.
Careful, they are hot. This salt that we put on the outside has definitely flavored our sweet potato. Open that up. That too. Hot, hot. Okay, what we're gonna do now is grab a little butter Place it there. Without any effort, just mix that in there. Nice. Get your butter, a little mix. Make sure the butter is in there. Next one. Get your butter. Beautiful. Now, grab yourself a nice heaping spoon. Fill this up. Grab this. Beautiful. Go ahead and type it out. Get yourself a spoon. Now we get our pecans. Spoon them in there. And come back, give it a second little coat. And of course, right after this, we're gonna add our marshmallows. We're gonna finish off this one with some tiny, tiny marshmallows going all the way to the end. All right, now we're going to the oven. This part is done. Now we're just gonna add a little bit to our plate. Delicious green beans. Roll this in a flattened piece of turkey breast. Let's have a taste.
Right out here, and now take 4 of them. We're just going to place them right onto our plancha here, and now we've got eggs. We're just going to pour 1 into the center of each pancake, and now I've got some cheddar cheese here, some fresh chives to finish it off. And now we've got a little surprise in the middle of each of our pancakes. And now we've got 3 strips of bacon right in the center. Finish laying our bacon down. And now we're gonna grab 4 more. We've got a nice hole in these as well. And now I've got some home fried potatoes. Those are gonna go right in the center. A nice little handful. And now last but not least, we're gonna hit it with syrup. Moisten it up and give it that signature pancake flavor. And now we're gonna stack these bad boys up. And move them. Massive stack of pancakes with a surprise in the middle. And now we're gonna take our mini stack and move on to the next step. We're just gonna lay these right up against our sausage links. Take one, fold it around, and make it look like a sausage. We've got a little pecan crusted taco here. Place our last mini taco here in our taco holder. And now we're gonna take 2 pairs of tongs and gently place these mini tacos right down into our oil here. And now we're going to take a small ladle and baste the top of these. Baste these. And now that the sausage is cooked to 155 degrees, we're going to lift it out, drain the oil out, and transfer it to our wire rack here to let it drain a little bit further. We're gonna slide this on over. And we've got our mini tacos here. And last but not least, finish it off. I'm gonna place our jalapeno on our little sausage pancake taco. And there you guys have it, a pancake platter for the ages.
I'll take some butter. We'll butter our plastic just for easy release. And then we're just gonna go right down into our caramel, and we're gonna pick that up, and then we'll go right to our tray. Now we're going to just go ahead and make that indentation to shape that caramel before it gets nice and hard. And we're gonna carefully remove that from your bananas. Now we're just gonna take some chocolate, and we're gonna go right on the inside with that. And then we're just gonna give that base a nice cover. So you just wanna move that chocolate all around that base. We're gonna go ahead and set this right down, and we're gonna move on. Here we have our next bunch of bananas. We are gonna remove these, and then we're gonna remove the last banana by cutting just the top half of that skin. And then we'll go ahead and remove that one as well. We'll make a few slices through our banana. And then we'll just go from the bottom and push right out of that vessel. And I'm gonna take one more slice and push this right out. Now I have my beignet batter here. We're just gonna go right into our vessel of our banana to get a nice banana shape. And we'll fill our last one here. Now we're gonna go into our preheated oil. Just pick your bananas up and go right into our hot oil. Now we're just gonna go right over and take some rum, go right into our bananas that we removed before. And then we will take our torch and we will torch those bananas. So now we have a wonderful flambe. We're gonna come over, we're gonna remove our beignet dough, shake off that excess oil. We're gonna put this right down here. It's pretty hot, but pop your beignet dough right out. Okay. So I have my lovely caramel shell that I made. Here I've prepared banana cream custard. We're just gonna go ahead and fill our caramel chocolate with this. And then we're going to take our lovely beignets and we're gonna go right inside of our custard. Then we have wonderful whipped cream. We're just going to give a few nice dollops there. And then we have some pecans. We'll go ahead and place on there for lovely decoration and also a crunch. And let's not forget our flambéed bananas. So we'll place our last banana. Here you have your bunch of banana beignets.
Amazing. We're gonna leave these here. I have my brioche dough right here. We're gonna stretch it out with some cinnamon roll filling. We're gonna dump this right here on the end. And now we're gonna spread this out over our dough. Here I have a brioche dough that I made homemade, but you can also use a store-bought bread dough. I'm gonna spread this out. All the ends, the excess, we're gonna spread it back. And now we're gonna start to roll our dough. We're gonna fold over like this to get it started. And now we're gonna roll this all the way to the ends. And now we're gonna move our dough over to our cutting board and we're gonna cut it into thick rolls. Now we're gonna put this over here. Okay, now we're gonna start pressing our cinnamon rolls. We're just gonna disperse them evenly, and it's fine if they don't fit perfectly because we're going to push them down. Okay, we're gonna continue putting these in like this. I'm just gonna press down a little bit. I'm gonna try and fill in all the middles. We're gonna put our cinnamon rolls into the oven at 350 degrees for 45 minutes. Our cinnamon rolls are out of the oven. Just look at that caramelization. The brown sugar and the cinnamon. We're gonna glaze our rolls. Look at every last bit. Get this last corner. Now we're going to carefully remove our bowls and our box. Wow, you can see the swirls of the cinnamon rolls. First, we're going to fill in our caramel apples. And we're going to add in a few caramelized pecans. Next, we have chocolate sauce. We're going to top this with some mini marshmallows. Now for my favorite part, the candies. We have our Nerds and our peanut M&Ms. We're just gonna pour those in, and we're gonna add in mini Reese's peanut butter cups. Ready to serve. Let's have a taste. Look at this cinnamon roll.
This is a metal spatula that has been sitting in some hot oil. Now why am I doing that? Well, we're gonna make some fried pancakes. All right, so lift up out of the pancake batter. We're gonna go right back into the hot oil. Flip it, and you'll start getting these cool little bubbles. Now once you get this kind of brown coloring, lift up, drain off, and we're going right back into the pancake batter. Once you're there, lift up, let it drip off a little bit, and guess what? We're right back into the hot oil. If you get little nuggets around, those will be good to eat a little bit later. Golden brown. So I'm gonna take out, we're gonna go right back to that towel. I'm gonna tap twice, get some excess oil off, and then we're gonna go to our stand. Take a spatula or you can use a fork, and what you're gonna do, you're gonna hit on the sides just to make sure that we're good to go, and so it'll slide off easily. If you need, what I'm doing is just making it so, oh, well there it goes. See how we have that pocket there? Is that not awesome? So I'm gonna take some pecans, I'm gonna put it right on my grill here, and then I have some bananas that I'm just gonna place around, kind of form a circle here. I'm gonna lift up the bowl. We're gonna push the pecans to the side, and now guess what? It is time to go into a preheated oven, 350 degrees for 10 minutes. All right, so these are just out of the oven. I'm gonna take some scissors and I'm gonna cut off the ends here. It should cut off pretty easily. Take the end, put it to the side, go for the second one here, do the same thing, and then we got the last one. I have a little bit of a sack and a glass, and so what you're gonna do at the top of the banana, hold, and then it's just gonna squeeze out. I'm gonna take it out of the glass, very easy. And all you have to do is push down, and look how easy that is to make a puree out of the bananas. All right, so that's awesome. And it's on to the next step. So now we have our banana puree, and what I'm gonna do, open it up, and now I'm gonna squirt a little bit into the bottom. You're going for about 1/4 of the way up, and clip it off there. I'm gonna take a little whisk, very satisfying. So I have some peanut butter that I melted. I'm gonna pour this right on it in a little bit of a streaking pattern. So we're gonna make a little bit of a snake, just like that. And then I have some strawberry jelly. I'm gonna do the same thing. Get you a toothpick. You're gonna run up and down, just like so. We'll go over a little bit more, why not? And this mixes all the flavors into each other. Got some fresh strawberries and also blueberries to help cut into the white chocolate. And you're just gonna put this on around, give it a little shake off, and let's go. So now I pull this out of the refrigerator. You can make little lines. Go in with the spatula that you used. All you're gonna do is make 2 lines one way, 2 lines the other way. I'm just gonna slide it back out. And this is actually gonna be whipped cream. And this is just to hold them up with strawberries. I'm gonna finish off with some blueberries, wonderful pecans. And of course, as always, you gotta taste. I'm gonna pull out this little side pocket here. I'm so excited.